it's right around 3:30, so I'm going to, I guess, go live in just a second. Da-da-da. Because I gotta run this live. Yeah, here I am, like, zooming in and showing off arms. I think Michael was making fun of me because I'm like, my arms are everywhere, and you don't know what's going on, so. And I made a point to wear this Ditka shirt because I just recently saw on a memory.
Who's got something going in the background? There's some moving books or something.
Oh, that was me. I'm sorry. I'll put it on mute.
Okay. I noticed from a memory from 2 years ago that I happened to be in Chicago with John for Labor Day weekend, and they had a giant Ditka bobblehead out at Millennium Park, and so we have a little video of us standing there and just bobbing our head up and down like the Ditka
out at Millennium Park, and so we have
so I bought this Ditka shirt from a thrift place a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, well, because I happen to see that, I'll have my Ditka shirt on. So even though he was number 89, which is not the year that when he took over as coach that they won the Super Bowl, that was 86, but you know.
And he also had a cup of coffee with the Cowboys before he went back to the Bears.
and I know that he went to that he was coaching for the Saints afterward, and I think once I was there because there was a Bears-Saints game at Halloween time, and a guy was dressed as Ditka, and he had a Saints shirt on, and everybody was ripping at him, and I'm like, you can't rip on him, because he did that later, so, you know, we all know him from when he did his coaching and his running with the Bears, but, you know, he has that as well.
Away in the middle of the season, wasn't there some fallout with the Saints? He just left or something?
I have no idea, because I don't watch what happens with them, so I can't tell you. I don't follow news that closely. Anywho, we're just talking about silly stuff. Hi there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to this installment of Poetic License. I happen to have the piece of paper here, which is backwards probably for some people. I have no idea. But hi, I hope all is going well with everyone. I hope everybody is loving the weather because it's, 100 degrees here now. And I hope that everyone is ready for some poetry. I was going to read. I've got a nice list for me. I guess John and I can decide if people should be doing 2 or 3 poems when we go on a round. It's everyone's call. Maybe the first round we'll do 3, and we'll see if we need to do only 2. I have no idea. But in this first round, I was going to read 3 poems, and it'll be from the new issue of cc&d magazine. Every month, a new issue of both literary magazines come out. Usually, they are named for an accepted piece of writing in the book that I say, oh, I've got a photo for this, and that'll work, which is the case with Down in the Dirt, Roman Remains. That's what I'll read in the second round. But I couldn't find anything in the cc&d issue that I liked any of the accepted writing for. So I was like, well, I guess I'll just have to find a photo that I don't think I will ever have a reason to put in with the accepted piece of writing, and I will choose that one. And that is why this one is entirely original, brand new September 2021 issue of cc&d volume 313. This is called Choices. And it is a shot of a couple, I think Pongal is the holiday that is going on in India where these men are going around with their cow, and I said, that seems just like a cool image. And then I think in Chicago for the back cover, I happen to have a shot of somebody having a sticker on a thing that says moo cow, and I'm like, well, why not? And so this issue of cc&d, brand new issue that was just released a few days ago, is titled Choices, and I thought I'd read 3 from it. We'll see how that goes, and I think they might relate to days of the month. At least some of them do. We'll see. This first one is titled Edith's Lament, and that was actually written on the 7th, which is a couple days from now, which is on the 1887 birthday of the British poet Edith Stilwell. So it's called Edith's Lament. People may look at me and think that this is all a ruse, but my history is not a ruse. And the strangers to me who were my parents, our stormy relationship ended with when my father locking me away. So I had to get away. And you can think that this is all a ruse. You can think that I am meant for no one. And maybe I am not. But what you don't understand is that this life I chose was the only life I could choose. I had to immerse myself in art. I had to be a part of it all, any way I could. I lived in street songs, the song of the cold. I have lived in the shadows of Cain, and still falls the rain. I have learned that after all that I have gone through, my only choice is to be alive. It's not eccentricity. It's just that at this point, I'm an unpopular electric eel set in a pond of goldfish. But I will still push for innovative trends. You'll see it in my writing. You may think I'm a poser. You may think, look at me and think that at the core I'm not real. But trust me, I'm as real as it gets. More real than you could ever know. So don't judge me by what you think you know of me. Look at my writings. Let it stand for itself. And a lot of those quotes in the middle are actually quotes from titles of her pieces as well. So you'd have to go look that stuff up. So anywho, that was the first of 3 from this issue of cc&d. The second one, Aha, is titled Only Man on Earth. And it was written on the 21st of September on the International Day of Peace. International Day of Peace. And I think Louise might actually remember this because I talk about something, I think that it was at your open mic. We'll see how it goes. Only Man on Earth. I took the expressway and this guy comes down the on-ramp and comes right across into my lane on his pickup truck. And I'm looking out my passenger window right at him and he's staring straight ahead. I hit my horn, I slam on my brakes, I swerve to the left as this guy in this pickup truck drives right across 3 lanes like he owns the highway, like he's the only man on earth. I got off the expressway and on this a side street, another guy coming from the other way turns left right in front of me. I slam on my brakes and so does he, but he stops in my lane, gives me this dopey, oops, sorry, I'm an idiot smile, and eventually gets out of my way so I can actually go on. I finally stop my car, walk to a door, step inside, and the room is quiet, but for one woman singing an Italian opera. Suddenly, I could breathe again. And suddenly, I felt peace. After this woman finished singing, I thanked her. I asked her what she was singing, and she told me she had no idea. Well, okay. Either way, I thanked her again, turned away, and started to hum, because it is possible to feel peace on this one day. And I started to smile. I think that is a thing that John went through when he walked into Open Mic Showcase and a woman was singing an Italian song and he was just like, that's amazing, after he'd had all this crap that had happened. And like, on some days, every once in a while, maybe you could feel peace, which I thought was a really cool sentiment for that one. But I'll do one more because, I might as well talk about a birthday of another writer. This last one I'm going to share with you is called Known for My Poetry, and it was written on the 26th of September on the birthday of poet T.S. Eliot. So this is for T.S. Eliot. I was raised in Midwest states, did phenomenally well in school, was accepted into a top college. I was known for my poetry, but I dabbled in essays, plays, and my sardonic editorials too. I was published here in the Midwest United States, even becoming a publisher. I was wondering what was enough for change in this uphill battle, so my voice could be heard. So I moved as far away as my legs could carry me to try to start anew. I worked, locals adored me, but the critic in me only saw failure in this wasteland around me. When I look around, I know I want to contribute to modern day poetry, but is it enough? I plod through life's mazes. I contemplate the grand scheme. And I'm forced to wonder, will any of my poetry ever make a difference in the world? Will anyone remember? T.S. Eliot. And my husband's even over there watching. So that was your installment of cc&d for today. Thank you. People are applauding. You guys are triple plus awesome, each and every one of you. As I said, the first round will go through 3, and I'm getting little hand symbols of applause. You guys are awesome. So I would like John F. McMullen to take it away, and then the poet that would be following him would be Therese. So, John, my darling, will you take it away?